Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my friends. We are doing the chapter number 3, that is biodiversity, and today's topic is 3.5, that is binomial nomenclature. The topic is binomial nomenclature. Okay, start with the word binomial. In maths, we say if we use the number 2, we say bi. What we use? Bi. Nomial means naming. The word, the name that has two parts. The name that has two parts. Nomenclature is its classification or system of naming. Fine. What is binomial nomenclature? Is the method of giving scientific names to living organism. Why do we do this? We do this for easiness of the biologist. They can easily study the different organisms by this scientific name in any area of the world. First of all, the scientific name consists of two parts. The first one is called genus and the second one is known as the species. Fine. Swedish biologist Carl Linnaeus was the first to introduce this system of binomial nomenclature. Some of the rules which are universally adopted, while suggesting and documenting these names are: first of all, you all already know how to write a scientific name. That should be written in the italic form. Obviously, we can't write the italic writing by ourselves. In the computer, we can do this. For that reason, what we have to do, we just underline them. We just underline these two. But underline separately. Don't underline in a single line. Underline them separately. Okay, the first term is called as genus. The homo means genus and the sapiens means species. Always remember, the genus name is always capitalized and the species name is always come with small letter. Third point, the scientific name is generally written in full when it is used, but when several species of the same genus are being used, we may abbreviate it. For example, the name of the bacteria is known as Escherichia coli, but it can be written as E. coli. Fine, it is also the way of writing the scientific name, but it is used when we are discussing about several species from the same genus. Okay, significance. What does it mean by significance? Its importance. Why do we need the binomial nomenclature? Why should we study these words or scientific naming? What is the purpose? First of all, as we know, if we live in Pakistan, we use vegetable piyaz, right, in everyday life. But if we move to some other regions of Pakistan, they call it as basal, wasal, or ganda, and all these things. Fine. In other countries, it has other names, like single name is of the piyaz in the Arabic is basal. So to clear the confusion between the same organism, we use the scientific naming. Fine, we use the scientific naming. What we have done with the scientific name, now we can call it Allium cepa. What is the name? Allium cepa. It is its scientific name. If we want to study about the piyaz in any part of the world, we will not call it piyaz, ganda, basal, wasal. We will say it's Allium cepa, and we are searching or we are discussing about this organism, that is a Allium cepa. Another example is the crow. We know we use the word crow for the blackbird. Its other name is raven. Fine, and but in scientific naming, we have named this organism as Corvus splendens. Now, what you have to do? You have to remember these scientific names. You have to write them properly and underline them. Now, the house crow is also called Corvus splendens in the scientific name. Similarly, the starfish is called as Asterius rubens, and onion is called as Allium cepa. Hope you now understand this very much. Okay, now comes to the next topic is 3.6, conservation of biodiversity. Conservation means to conserve, to preserve, or to protect the biodiversity, variety of organisms, the organisms which are on danger line. We need to conserve them, we need to protect them. Fine, how? First of all, there are two terms. First term is extinct. The term is extinct. A species that is no longer lives in an ecosystem is called extinct in that ecosystem. It means if a species is no longer existing, we will say it is an extinct species. Can you please give me any example of extinct species? Find out on the net. You will find many of the extinct species. Fine. Then comes endangered species. What? Endangered species. Endangered species are those species that are on the risk of getting extinct, that are risk of extinction in the near future. They are going to be extinct soon. For that purpose, they are few in numbers. We have to do multiple factors. We have to take many steps to protect them, to conserve them. And examples of endangered species and extinct animal species are lion, tiger, Asiatic cheetah, Indian rhinoceros, swamp deer, hangul, black buck, etc. Fine. In this topic, you have to learn the two definitions: extinct and endangered species, but with examples. Okay. Then comes the topic 3.6.1, impact of human beings of biodiversity. How biodiversity is being affected by humans. What humans are doing that they are affecting the biodiversity. We know there are about 600 million people that are living on the earth. World population is increasing day by day. So what they are doing multiple things to the biodiversity. Why there are serious threats to biodiversity from the human actions? First of all, there are some causes of extinction. Now here comes a short question. They can ask you, write down the causes of species extinction. Why species are getting extinct from the land? What are the reasons? First of all is the habitat loss. They are obviously, everyone loves its habitat, the area they live. Then deforestation, cutting of the forest, overhunting. If the people are hunting very much, the species have a danger of getting extinct. Then comes introduction or removal of species. If we introduce some other species in that area, if that species is particular of that area, and we introduce some other new species, there would be a competition, and as a result there may be the cause of species extinction. Pollution, a major factor of extinction of biodiversity is pollution, climate change. They are causes the species to be extinct. Habitat loss is probably the greatest threat to biodiversity on earth today. Okay, there are two examples given in these blue starfish, sea star, that eat mussels. If sea stars are removed from a region in ocean, what happens? Mussels rapidly increase. Starfish is eating the mussels, na? And when we remove the starfish, what happens? Mussels increase in their reproduction. Large number of mussels prey on small animals and become dangerous for their existence. Similarly, Eucalyptus plants. They were imported from Australia and introduced in Pakistan. These plants consume more water and have disturbed the water table. What happened? We have imported them, but we haven't get the working on it. What would be the side effects? We import it and we grow them in our land. Now what happened? They need too much water and they consume so much water. Now they are disturbing the other plants. They are not providing the water for other plants. It harms other small plants that grow near eucalyptus tree. Fine. Okay, this is the today's topic, and I hope you understand. Do the questions given in the December plan relevant to this topic. Thank you, students.